Happy holidays and welcome to Apotheparty. We are doing another one of our Writer's Corner, and since we did Christmas last time, I figured since our household celebrates both Yule and Christmas, we should probably do a Yule story this time. So tonight, we have Dan Desilets presenting his short story, The Yule Hog.
This story is The Yule Hog, a solstice tale written by me. Henry was a very large pig. Now, pigs can get pretty big, but Henry had a glandular issue. Even as a piglet, the farmer would look at him as though measuring him for a holiday dinner. The other pigs told him that if he didn't lose weight, the farmer would choose him to eat. Henry started to exercise and eat less than the other pigs, but still continued to grow. He was only a year old, but was now being called a hog. He struggled to find a place on the farm, but was never able to feel useful. He began to think about running away and finding his place in the world. He was picking through trash near the house when he overheard a girl asking about the Yule log. Somebody in the house told her that a Yule log is supposed to keep your loved ones warm during the holiday. That's silly, thought Henry. A log doesn't keep anybody warm. I must have heard her wrong. She must have meant a Yule hog. I would be very good at keeping things warm. That's it, he said. That is my purpose. I will be a Yule hog and keep things warm. I wonder what kind of training you must go through to become a Yule hog. I think I'll ask the dog. She seems to understand more than the rest of the animals about humans. He waited for the dog to come outside, and when she was let out, he approached her. "Hello, dog," said Henry. "I am ever so curious about how I could become a Yule hog. Do you know about Yule hogs? Would you know somebody who might?" "I've never heard the humans talking about this Yule hog, Henry. I am sorry, but I can't help you. Perhaps you could check with the raven. She lives around here, and she has seen many things. If there was some kind of Yule hog training, I bet she would know about it." The dog gave Henry directions, and then went about exploring some bushes. Henry took a few more bites of food and then walked toward the forest to begin his mission. He was determined to find the wise raven, but it was getting dark and he was getting turned around with his directions. He found a nice area that had proper bedding in it. He shuffled around several times, calling out to anything that might be underground, and listened carefully before settling in for the night. He was awakened sometime later by the quiet sounds of sniffling. He opened one eye and found a little field mouse leaning against his side. It looked so small that he decided it must be a child. "Why are you crying, little mouse? And where are your parents?" The mouse was startled, as he thought he was leaning against a large, bristly wall, but relaxed when he saw that Henry did not appear to want to eat him. "I lost my family, and I can't find them, and I am so very cold. The woods at night are dangerous, and mice should not be wandering. I might be eaten by owls or snakes or foxes even. I am very afraid, and I just want to hide for the night, but if I do, I might freeze." "I am on a quest to become a Yule hog," said Henry. "I would be happy to keep you warm and safe throughout the night." He brushed some grass and twigs into the curve of one of his legs and nodded to the mouse. "Don't be afraid, little mouse. I am a very warm hog, and I am too big to be afraid of owls, snakes, or even foxes. You will be safe with me for the night, and in the morning, you can find your family." The mouse climbed into the brush and was soon quietly snoring. The moon was directly overhead when he heard footsteps nearby. "Who's there?" he said. "I am just a squirrel," said the voice to the side of him. "You need not trouble with me. I am old and will probably not survive the night. A fox found my burrow, and I think he will catch me soon. I am too tired to build a new home, but if I stop without a burrow, I will freeze." "I am not afraid of a fox, owl, or snake," said Henry. "Would you like to hide here with me for the night? I am in training to become a Yule Hog." "What is a Yule Hog?" said the squirrel. "A Yule Hog keeps their friends and family warm and safe throughout the night." "Well, that sounds just like what I need," said the old squirrel. "You can sleep right next to my stomach by my back legs. Why don't you bring some of those leaves over to cover you?" "Oh, thank you, I will," said the squirrel. Soon, the squirrel was sleeping contentedly against Henry. It was not long, though, before he heard sniffling and the careful footsteps of something much larger. Henry sniffed and caught a certain musky odor that he thought he recognized. "Is that you, Fox?" "It is, and you are a pig that should be sleeping in a barn now." "I am a hog, actually," said Henry, "a Yule Hog in training." The fox did not like admitting that he didn't know a thing, and replied, "Well, I wish you luck with that. But have you seen a thin old squirrel tonight? She seems to have come this way." "Oh, I have not," lied Henry. "But if I had, then as a Yule Hog, I would be obliged to give shelter and warmth and protection to this squirrel, and I would be most cross with any creature that didn't respect that." The fox sniffed the air, looked a bit put upon, and left. Henry was rather large, even for a hog, and the fox was not a foolish animal. The moon was already beginning to fall when Henry was awoken again to the small cries of a couple of field mice calling out in the darkness. "Shh," said Henry. "There are folks sleeping here, and there is also a fox nearby, and you sound like you are just the right size morsels for him." "We are searching for our son," said the taller of the mice. "He was separated from us earlier when we were avoiding a snake," said the smaller of the mice. "We are so scared for him. He could be in great danger." "I met a mouse child earlier tonight. If you'll promise not to wake him up, you can check to see if he is yours. And then you can sleep the rest of the night here at my side. I will keep you warm and safe, for I am training to be a Yule Hog." The mice quietly checked in on their mouse child and squealed happily that it was their boy. They settled in next to him and slept together in a ball under the twigs. Henry woke in the morning, careful not to move any of his legs or to roll over. All of his guests for the evening had already left, and he was sorry he didn't get to say goodbye to them. When he stood to leave, though, he noticed that they had left several gifts for him. His favorite was a small piece of bark with a hole and a vine wrapped through it. On the bark was scratched a crude picture of a pig with heat coming from him. Henry placed the vine around his neck and gathered the other gifts. He never did find the raven, but each night he settled into a place where he thought the creatures of the forest might stumble by, and he made his bed there. Each morning he moved to a different location. When he came upon farms, he would speak to the hogs, who seemed discontent about the responsibility of having a large, warm body. He showed them how they could become Yule Hogs themselves. Henry spent the rest of his life performing the duties of Yule Hog. His warm warmth finally ran out on a snowy evening. He opened his eyes to find that his spirit had left his body, and there was a man with the antlers of a giant stag kneeling before him. "I am Kyrnos, Lord of the Forest. You have spent your life looking after my smallest creatures, and you have taught others to do the same. You were the first Yule Hog, and you will ever be first among Yule Hogs. Come with me, and you can look after all those of the forest who need warmth and protection forevermore." Henry felt such a serenity and kindness from this being that he followed without question. Every step he took, Henry grew larger and larger, and by the time he had arrived at the glade of Kyrnos, he was a giant boar with dangerous tusks and a huge warm body. He stayed in the glade and looked after those in the forest. It is said that even today, when the first snows fall, the creatures of the forest pay homage to the great Yule Hog. Thank you, and happy holidays.
So thank you for joining us, and happy holidays. And also, if you enjoyed that, maybe you'd like to come visit us for one of our DIY tea parties sometime. If you're in the New England area, hop on over to apotheparty.com, where you can reserve your seat to any of our fabulously themed ones. They're very fun. If you can't make it because you live somewhere else, however, you can still pop over to our website, where you can find these, the Apotheparty Chemist Tea Set. It's basically an Apotheparty in your house. It comes with 20 ingredients that you can mix and blend, and a mortar and pestle to do it in. Thank you again, and happy holidays.